Hello, Daniel Orsen here, one half of Wagner's Nightmare. I've just set in on reading Frederick Copleston's A History of Philosophy. I'm in the very early goings, but I read a passage today about the Pythagoreans, a group of early Greek philosophers, a philosophical school, if you will, also a religious sect, and they contributed a lot to mathematics. But this passage I read today, as I was saying, I saw some pertinence, some relevance, some connection to Wagner. I just wanted to share the passage with you and my thoughts about it and how it pertains to Wagner. Quote, "The practice of silence, the influence of music, and the study of mathematics were all looked on as valuable aids in tending the soul. Yet some of their practices were of a purely external character. If Pythagoras really did forbid the eating of flesh meat, this may easily have been due to, etc., 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 end quote." Right there at the end, I just wanted to include the forbid the eating of flesh meat. So the Pythagoreans did not eat meat, and Wagner also was a vegetarian. So I find that interesting. And then there's this bit about the influence of music as being a valuable aid in tending the soul. So this is showing a belief in the metaphysical power, a very real metaphysical power to music and its effect on the human soul. And both of these ideas, Wagner in his own way had. So Wagner believed in a sacralization of music, as that art could be a sort of substitute for religion or fill the void of religion and provide the experience of the sacred, which he thought was very important. Wagner lived in a time the culture in Germany, the intellectual culture in Germany, was very much, I would say, sort of obsessed with finding things in Greek culture as way markers, have a renaissance of Greek learning. And in a lot of cases, like Nietzsche's The Birth of Tragedy, it's kind of ridiculous, and in some of Wagner's essays, it all can be a bit ridiculous. But the driving force behind this for the German intelligentsia was that they were trying to more or less cast off Christianity and find their German identity in both the Greek origins of European civilization and the Teutonic, Germanic, Norse, pagan roots, seeing these as the two essential characteristics and foundations of German culture, which was a melding of the two, at least from their viewpoint. And so trying to find those origins and the real German character and German wisdom with pre-Christian sources. Well, all of it leads me to think that in Wagner's study of the Greek philosophers, which he most certainly did, these ideas about music and even the vegetarianism very well could have come from the Pythagoreans or other sort of intellectual descendants of the Pythagoreans. So there we go. That's all for today.